Fight of the night was Islam and Poirier, and then performance of the night was Holland and Islam. They all won 50,000. Congratulations. Actually, yeah, Islam wins 100,000.
Yeah. Obviously, you gave it fight of the night, so you were impressed. But give us your thoughts on that main event.
Yeah, incredible fight. I mean, both guys dug deep. Absolute war. Islam is tough as hell and talented, and he ate some big body shots tonight. Took that elbow to the forehead. And I thought that Poirier did an unbelievable job of stuffing takedowns and getting up when he was in nasty positions, staying out of that submission in the first round. Just, you couldn't ask more for a main event title fight.
Yeah. We've seen Dustin in these type of fights before.
Right.
He's going to get taken down, choked out or something like that.
What did he learn from the Khabib fight? I mean, after that fight, he was horrified. He said, I couldn't believe, how I couldn't do anything against him, and he's going in against a protege guy who, fights exactly like him. And obviously, he worked hard on the takedown, defense, and getting back up from the bottom.
Would you like to see him fight again?
It's up to him. It's not up to me. It's up to him. He knows what he wants, doesn't want. He knows how he felt. He knows how he feels right now. That's all up to him. Okay. Listen, he's a star. He can stay around here as long as he wants to.
What did you think of Sean Strickland's performance? He said he wanted to do more, but Paulo was running away from him and he couldn't engage in him. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the fight I expected. I mean, I think that I expected him to come in and turn it into a street fight eventually. Maybe they had my thought process in the first 2 rounds, I was like, okay, they have a game plan that he's sticking to. He's chopping that front leg, trying to get him, and then he's going to turn this into an absolute street fight, and the street fight never came. I think that Strickland was way too unorthodox for him and kept that jab in his face and kept pressure on him basically the same way he did Izzy.
I go off of that. Islam said he wanted that second belt. He wanted to go to welterweight. Is that something that, I know you have that welterweight title fight coming up. Is that something maybe you'll discuss with him, or do you want him to stick at lightweight?
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't said anything like that to us, so we'll see.
A bunch of fights for the Abu Dhabi card. I think the most notable one is the return of Nick Diaz. So I guess what went into that, and I guess a lot of people surprised that Nick was coming back, surprised he was in Abu Dhabi.
He came to us and said that he wanted to fight. He was texting me and wanted to meet, and what the hell just were we? We were down St. Louis. He was going to be there, wanted to meet. Hunter got together with him, and they ended up getting a deal done.
Last one for me. After Tony Ferguson's last fight, you said you wanted him to retire.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have another fight with makhachev. Is this going to be it for Tony Ferguson, win or lose?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I would like to see him retire.
To go back to Islam, he's now on a 14-fight winning streak, which is the 3rd longest in history behind Anderson Silva and Usman. What would it take for him to surpass John Jones in your mind for that pound-for-pound number 1?
I mean, when you think about what pound-for-pound really means, right? He fought Volkanovski, who's a weight class lower than him. John Jones beat everybody at light heavyweight, then beat the best heavyweight in the division like it was nothing at a higher weight class.
So, I mean,
John Jones is absolutely positively the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, probably the greatest fighter of all time in any sport. When you talk about who's the baddest dude in the world, you put 2 guys in a room and who walks out, John Jones walks out of the fucking room every time. No question about it.
Yeah. And in no way trying to diminish John's accomplishments, but he's
but
he's fought once in the last however many years. Islam's fighting multiple times a year, defending. So at what point does activity outweigh John's?
Beautiful. I like that you asked that question. Let's talk about activity. 3 years off. Nobody, not even Ali. Nobody's ever come from 3 years off and looked the same. John Jones walked through the heavyweight, the number 1 guy in the heavyweight division, like it was nothing, with 3 years off. Yeah, John Jones is the best ever. Ever. And when I say ever, I mean in any combat sport. He's the best ever. You throw John Jones in a room with anybody, John Jones walks out of the room.
John's saying he's fighting Stipe November 9th in New York. Is that finalized?
I love it.
Yeah, nothing's official yet, though, obviously.
Yeah, I'm in.
Donald Trump was here again tonight. I know he's had a very crazy week and everything. Was there any hesitation maybe bringing him for this particular event, given everything that happened in the past few days?
Any hesitation for him to do what? Come?
Yeah, just make this type of public appearance.
I don't know. How do you think it went tonight?
It seemed like the crowd loved him.
Yeah, probably a good idea to show up tonight. Yeah, I mean, me and Trump have been friends since 2001.
Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen are doing a boxing match in Brazil 12 days before their Hall of Fame induction.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I had no idea.
Who do you think wins? First reaction.
Boxing? I would have to go with Anderson Silva on the boxing match, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Anderson wanted to do MMA and Chael wanted to do boxing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is delayed. I know you're close with Mike. I guess, are you happy that they're looking out for his health in that instance? And do you even think it should be rescheduled, period, given this ulcer flare-up?
100%. Yeah, obviously I know a lot about it, but I'm not going to talk about it publicly. Yeah, you know. For the first time probably ever in my life, I have no comment on something. That's Mike's world, and you know, he gets pissed at me every time I talk about that stuff. Good for him, and they'll figure it out.
Kevin Holland has been a guy, like you said, you throw names at him all the time. Tonight he put out, you know, an awesome performance. It was a short notice fight too. What's his value been like to the company, and what do you think about his performance tonight? Listen,
I like him very much personally. We have a great relationship, and he's fun to watch, you know. He goes in and puts on fun, entertaining fights all the time. Gets dropped, you know, it's on his back, defends, and then gets him in the armbar and finishes the fight with the armbar. He's always fun and exciting to watch.
Ilia Topuria said he wouldn't fight Max Holloway unless the BMF title was on the line. Is that something that like rubs you the wrong way, or is something?
No, it doesn't rub me at all. I love that people love that belt and want to fight for it. I love it.
A big fight coming up is the next pay-per-view, Conor McGregor's return, of course. Great promo tonight, but we've seen in the past few days there's been like some footage coming out of him having some fun in the clubs and stuff. Does any of that concern you, like 4 or 5 weeks out from the fight?
Well, again, you and I, here we are. We were talking about John Jones. John Jones was doing a lot of that stuff too back in the day, and many other fighters throughout history. I don't know what's real on the internet and what's not real on the internet. I don't know timing-wise, and one of them he's got a beard, and one of them he doesn't have a beard, and I have no idea. I don't know if any of that's real or true or whatever, but, you know, Conor's not a dumb guy, and you know, this is obviously a big fight for him. He's calling it the best comeback in the history of sports and all that stuff, so we'll see what happens. I'll actually be with him tomorrow, so I'm flying there right now. Yeah. So I'll see what's going on.
Yeah, what do you think that scene's going to be like on Monday in Dublin?
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited to be going back to Ireland, and I love the people over there. There's always great energy. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Working with WWE a little more closely over the past couple months, I mean, you've had so much success with UFC, WrestleMania. They've been on a hot streak too. Have you been able to work with them, learn from them at all, or has it been more separate? You're with UFC and less with WWE.
It's very separate. I haven't worked with them at all. I do what I do, and they do what they do. They're using some of the people from my team to help them in different areas, you know, business-wise. But as far as putting on live events, I mean, WWE is very good at what they do, and we're very good at what we do. And that's about as far as it goes with me.
Would you like for Putin to come to see the fight, much like Trump came to see the fight today? President Putin.
You know, it's funny because any president of a country that comes to a fight, obviously we'd be blown away and honored to have, you know, at any of our fights. So yes, obviously, if it was in Russia, yeah. The president, I'm sure the president of the country would be more than welcome to come.
If you guys are enjoying the content, please leave a like, subscribe, as it really does help the channel out. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video.